Good morning, everybody. We are back again. It's TBR Solution Sports Program. It's myself and Sheikh Manqoba Ngwenya, or Manqoba Sheikh Ngwenya, as he prefers. Sheikhs, welcome to the show, and how are you doing?
Excuse me. Thank you for having me on the show, Saubrey. I'm well, and how are you? And welcome to our listeners.
Oh, your picture was not stable. Now it's stable. That's better. We have come to an end, eh? This was a roller coaster season. Mamelodi Sundowns have proven again that they're the best team in the country. Because look, if you are a very disciplined team, you go out there and make sure that you win, even if there's nothing on the table. And I don't know whether you're aware that they had flu outbreak at Mamelodi Sundowns. A lot of players were not there, were not available. But they fought, and then they managed to win 3-2. At some point, they were leading 3-0. But Royal AM, it looks like a tough nut to crack. It's a team to watch next season. So yeah, let's look at that. Look, Sheikhs, I'm sure number 2 is still open as far as I'm concerned, or as far as the facts are concerned. I'm sure you can see yourself, courtesy of Goal Magazine. It can still go anyway, number 2, because you have Cape Town City, and then he needs to be commended, this guy, what's his name? Eric Tinkler. He has done well. I know his wish, he wanted to win the league, but they've done extremely well. Look, they're at number 2 with 49 points. But if you look at that league very closely, Royal AM still has a chance. If they win their last game, they'll be 49. They'll win on goal difference. Unless, they'll win on goal difference, because Cape Town City won't add anything as far as the goal is concerned. They're done. Don't rule out Orlando Pirates, all right? Orlando Pirates, they can still do 49, but they will have to score about 8 goals without conceding if they are to beat that plus 12. The team that stands a better chance than the rest is Royal AM. I don't know. What's your take?
Yeah, Saubrey, it's true. Royal AM still stand a chance with that one game they are left with against Orlando Pirates. That game is going to be a humdinger of a game. It's going to be a brilliant game. We saw what Royal AM is bringing yesterday. You know, they are not an easy team to beat, and they proved it yesterday against the star-studded Mamelodi Sundowns team. You know, it wasn't easy for Sundowns. It was a bit of panic at the end. Royal AM was coming back, so I definitely think Royal AM stand a chance. What a great job John Matuka has done with the team and the rest of the management there in Durban. So yeah, we're looking forward to seeing Royal AM next season. They're going to be right up there again, I believe. That the management are taking things serious there, and Royal AM will still compete come next season. So yeah, for that number 2 spot, they are definitely the favorites to get it. If they beat Orlando Pirates, they've got the number 2 spot. So yeah, it's going to be a brilliant game to watch.
You know what? I'm gonna put my head on the block. Palace will never make number 2. Why? Even if they win all the games, Pirates won't score 8 goals.
Yeah.
With the way they play, the goals are not there. The goals are not there. And I don't see them scoring 8 goals. The only chance, because even if, let's say, Royal AM loses, Cape Town City are still there. You see, Cape Town City are still there. You know, it's better for Cape Town City, they're in a driving seat because they are there. You know, they're done, so they're watching. All right, Pirates has 3 games to go. And then, which is gonna be starting this afternoon. It's gonna be very challenging. Yeah, it's gonna be very tough. And while we are still there, Sheikhs, you know, I was arguing and say, you know, the loss of Orlando Pirates in Confederation Cup highlighted the acute lack of strikers and ball players. In South Africa, we last signed quality foreigners in Rafael Chuku and your friend Roger Fetumba. Thereafter, it has been a problem. It's only Mamelodi Sundowns that competes, that signs quality players. You see. So I don't know what's your take.
Yeah, Saubrey, you know, I must say I was disappointed because I was behind Orlando Pirates all the way to win that game. And if you look at that game, you could see that Pirates were the more superior team. But again, that Achilles tendon that we have in our country of scoring goals, it's a problem. I mean, Dion Hotto had opportunities one-on-one with the goalkeeper to finish off that game in the first half, and Pirates would have cruised through that game comfortably, you know, with the quality that they have. But because of that problem of not scoring goals, Pirates lost that game on penalties, on the lottery of penalties, you know. And yeah, it's a problem, you know, in South Africa. And Pirates are going to experience that problem now with 3 games to play. They need 8 goals. I mean, with the ratio of their goal scoring, you don't see that happening with these last 3 games. So definitely my favorite is to take that number 2. It's either Royal AM or Cape Town City. Cape Town City is already there, but I will put my head on the block and say Royal AM will beat Orlando Pirates.
Now, the other thing that I want to talk about, Sheikhs, you know, I spoke about this. You are a coach, you know better. Our players, you know, when I say about ball players, playmakers, all right? When we last, remember, it's not only Pirates that is struggling to score goals. Chiefs is struggling to score goals. Bafana, same thing. We last had a playmaker in Dr. Kumalo, giving the ball, you know, to the strikers, all right? You guys, you know, you are scoring a lot of goals during the time of Mambush, okay? You were there in the middle field. You also had Roger Fetumba, you know, but prior to that, there was NS Chirwali or Mtiwali, you know. But after that, it's a problem. The problem for our players, and I'm sure you're going to coach Sisha on this one, when they go to the byline, instead of bringing the ball back, if you see a Daniel Alves and Jordi Alba always do it week in, week out, they bring it back, then Messi buries it. Our players, they want to score from that position. They want to score this beautiful, magnificent goal, which is impossible. That's why we don't have goals, because it's not about strikers. It's also about ball players. They don't support the strikers. I don't know. That's my take. That's where the problem is. And I was saying coaches like you and the coaches, they must come together and see how can they address that problem. You see, I don't know what's your take.
Yeah, Pastor. A lot of issues that we have in our football, it's also a coaching point, you know. What you're talking about now is a coaching point, and the problem throughout football right now is that there's a lot of influence from different influence from different coaches, you know. So I believe it's a coaching point, you know, and it's something that you need to work on every day in the coach in the training pitch, because you can't come to the game and do something that you don't do at training. So the way you train is the way you play. So it's important for our coaches to teach our players to do the right things, you know, Brasobs.
You know, when I watch football, I never played at high level. I always use Messi as a focal point. Messi is quick to release the ball. He gets the ball, he releases it. As long as there's somebody there. Our players, they want to turn, complicate things. I remember Jomo once said, oh, well, he was the best holder of football, Jomo himself. He could run with the ball, he could dribble with the ball. But he used to say when he was coaching Cosmos, he used to say, don't run with the ball because the ball runs faster than you. Why don't you release the ball? I don't know. I see that problem over and over. When they get the ball, another problem that they have, our players, they look down. All right? When they get the ball, they look down. They look at the ball, you see, which is a problem for me, So those are little basics. When Hugo Bross said South African players lack basics, they are talented, but they lack basics. I think he was correct. He was just spot on. I don't know what's your take.
Yeah, in some instances it's true. The basics are lacking, Prasobri. But you know what? We don't always need to do things the European way. Like just to give you an example, Prasobri, with the Pirates game. With the Pirates game, I thought we needed somebody with confidence, a Jomo Sono type of player who's going to hold on to that ball and show confidence on the ball and bring that crowd from Nigeria to come to the party. You could see that crowd was waiting to support. They wanted to support Pirates, but there's nobody who's handling that game, getting their foot on the ball to bring the crowd, because you need that 12th man, that South African style of play. You spoke about Dr. Khumalo, who was a playmaker. Dr. Khumalo used to get the game on Chiefs' side or Bafana's side by showing his skill, and then he would lift the whole crowd. We don't have those types of players now, because also the coaching, the system now doesn't allow players to express themselves in the way that they should sometimes, especially in the game against the game against the Moroccan team. Pirates needed somebody to just put their foot on the ball, and control the game. But we didn't have that. I thought it was a game Pirates should have won easily.
Unfortunately, they don't have such a player. Who's there? Yeah, honestly, they don't have such a player. Yes, Vincent Pule tries, but they don't have such a player, to be honest. I hear Dr. Ivan Koza, they ask him, what is your all-time favorite player? He always, even today, he still say it has always been, it is always Jomo Sono. Yeah, I think that's where we have a problem. Now let's go number 8. Number 8 is still open. We have Super Sport, you have Golden Arrows. Anything can happen, any one of the two. Super Sport, but a person who has a better chance, because Super Sport has a better chance because they have +2. Golden Arrows, is that +2 or -6?
It's -6%.
It's -6. So Golden Super Sport stand a better chance. You see, if they win, they'll take it. Golden Arrows, if they win, Super Sport must lose. And then, and if Super Sport loses, and then they can make it to top 8. What's your take? Pirates has already qualified for top 8, even if they don't win this game. Amazulu has already qualified because There, Super Sport and Golden Arrows, they will never make 41. They can only make 40. All right. And Pirates, if they don't win their 3 games, they're in trouble. But Pirates will get to top 8. Because if they have +5, Super Sport +2, no, Pirates is safe. I think Pirates is in. Top 8 is not an issue. The issue is between Super Sport and Golden Arrows. What's your take? Who do you think can take it there?
Yeah, well, Prasoto, it's in Super Sport hands. The ball is in Super Sport's court. If Super Sport win, Arrows don't stand a chance whether they win or not. So, and it's a huge incentive to be in that top 8 because you play the MTN 8, which is the first competition of the season, and it's a huge cash injection. And all you need to do is win 3 games to win that trophy. So it's important to be in that top 8 spot, and Super Sport have it in their hands to be in that top 8. But you never know, with Super Sport. They got a beating from Baroka, who are relegated now, 3 goals. So you never know with them which Super Sport is going to come. So it remains to be seen how they do in their last game.
Now, we also have, I'm saying congratulations to Maritzburg United. Maritzburg United always fight relegation, but this time they are there. They are happy and safe. And then and Skukune needs to be congratulated. Remember, Skukune is like it's a new team all of a sudden. Remember, new management and all that. So now at least they are home and dry, which is quite good for them. And then we think that they will do well. And then at the bottom, let's see. At the bottom there, let's see. I don't know whether you see what I'm sharing. The bottom of the log. Can you see that?
Yes, I can see it.
Confirmed, Baroka is out. And then Morocco Swallows, I spoke to Panyaza on Sunday. I said, hey man, I'm happy that you survived, and then now you're going for the playoffs. And then I wish you good luck, man. We cannot afford to lose a team like Pirates. I mean, like Swallows. Swallows to me, they're like Newcastle United in England. Newcastle United, they're a sleeping giant. The good thing about Newcastle United in England, they go down, they go up, they still have their support. Huge support, all right? So at teams like that one, you don't wish that they go out, you want them to be there because they bring that vibe. Swallows has history, man. So it is not a good idea to see Swallows going down. And then I also phoned Minentam Kize, TS Galaxy. I was happy that they survived. And then, good luck going forward. I hope Swallows qualify after the playoffs. And then Chippa United. People say a lot about Chippa United. But Chippa United is doing well. It's doing well. There they are at 14 points. I mean, at number 14. And then, sorry, Sheikhs, were disturbed by a kid. Chippa United, they are there, number 14. And then Chippa Mpengezi need to be congratulated. And then even Lenkis. And I hope Mpengezi is not going to change him. Because that's the issue. Always changes coaches. I hope he's not going to change him. He's going to hold on to him. Well, although people are saying he's not qualified and all that. I don't know whether do we need qualification for people to coach. I don't know. Because you find a person like me who's not even qualified, but I can understand a bit of football. a bit of football, not too much. So I don't know whether do we really need people to really show certificate. Well, if you ask me in terms of life, it's not about certificate, it's about what you produce. Of course, certificate is important because people need to know that we are dealing with a qualified person. But there is a university of life, man, that teaches you something, you know. So I don't know. Are we going to hold it against Lenkis that he's not qualified, so he's not supposed to be there? So what's your take?
Saubrey, Lenkis has been coached by the best coaches around the world. At Sundowns, when he came, he found me there. And there was Neil Gamondi, there was Neil Toby, there was Gamondi there, there was Andre Michel. He has gained a lot of experience in terms of coaching, you know. So, yeah, as much as you need all those qualifications, but he has got a football background. He's played the game of football. There's a huge difference, you know, when you haven't played, when you've been there, you know, Prasob. So I've got no problem. I'm sure that Lenkis, they saw his leadership qualities as a coach, and definitely he knows a lot about the game. He's been coached by the best. He's learned a lot from the coaches that have coached him, and he's somebody who. And you know, in our country, we never give our ex-players an opportunity, you know, with these positions in football. And it's football people who must be in football. So I'm happy for Ket Lenkis, and I'm happy that they survived with him. And he's got a future now in coaching. Yes, he must continue to get his coaching licenses, because it's important to always gain knowledge in the game, especially now he's on the other side, which is something he's not used to. So he needs that knowledge in order for him to be confident about what he's doing. But he definitely knows the game, and it's not rocket science. The game is not rocket science, Pastor.
Yeah, your team Rocker Swallows is there, and your nephew is there. I hope they do well. Yeah, and Panyaza comes a long way with this team. It would be sad for them to lose. Swallows has been in wildness for many, many years. Brakit, I know he's one of ours in our group. He's a big Swallows fan. I wouldn't love to see Swallows going down. But nevertheless, football is football. Shakes, I think that's how far we can go. And then, yeah, there's a lot to discuss. And then the next show will be discussing a lot of European football and check what happened. And then, yeah, so that's it. I don't know whether you want to add something.
Yeah, Prasobri, just to say, you know, Morocco Swallows, you know, we were sitting as a family watching together with my nephew here, who it meant so much for him, for Swallows to survive, because it means he's got a team next season, you know. It's just tense, you know. We're watching Swallows and we're hoping that they can win, because the young man has been given an opportunity to train with the first team. He's just about to break through. So it will mean so much for him if Swallows survive, you know. So a lot was at stake on Sunday when we were watching, on Saturday when we were watching the game together, yes, you know, and we're happy that Swallows was able to come back from a 1-0 deficit against Kaizer Chiefs, you know, to at least get that draw and give them a chance in the playoffs.
No, wish them good luck going forward. Shakes, and then I think coming weekend we'll be talking the awards in the PSL. We know there's a whole lot of, and you know what, while I'm still there, last week on Saturday, we spoke about this. Dr. Ivan Koza and his team, they've done well. PSL, it's a smooth running machine, all right? We get the news very quickly, all right, from PSL. Not only that, you know, they always have contingency plan. Everything is a smooth running. I'm very happy. They are doing well. The only thing that our football leaders need to do now is to get quality players. All right. And I still say it's only Mamelodi Sundowns. That's me, Sheikhs. I may be wrong. That has brought a lot of quality players. Franco, you can see who's that? The guy from South America who's injured. You can see the quality of a player. You know, they bring really quality players. And while we are still there, we know that Kaizer Chiefs is looking at adding Victor Lezualo. And we know that Arthur is interested in him. And we are not even sure whether they're going to continue with Arthur or not. But if you ask me, I would say continue with Arthur. Don't even look further. Continue with him. Let him take over and then be given all the support. But as I hear from Grapevine, Kaizer Jr. is in favor of him continuing. And we hope he's going to continue. And then I think it's high time that Kaizer Chiefs need to buy quality players. That's my argument. Now, remember Kaizer Chiefs, they're about now to finish the whole decade without any title. So it's not Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs are synonymous with titles. So yeah, let them buy quality players. Same with Orlando Pirates, let them buy quality players. Like I say, maybe I may be wrong. The last foreigners that we had was Rafael Chuku and Roger Fetumba and very few others. Sundowns, yes, they still bring a lot of quality. Yeah, so yeah, let's see. Let's buy quality players and then let's improve our football. And then that's it. That's me, Sheikhs. I don't know.
Yeah. My take is that, you know, you mentioned Victor Lutzwalo going to Kaizer Chiefs. Now, that is a quality player. He proved it even yesterday, what quality he has. But then again, will he be able to fit in that culture of Kaizer Chiefs? It all depends on that, Saubrey. You can get a quality player and you can put him in at Sundowns. It depends on how he fits in there, how that coaching staff puts him through, how the team plays. So that's very important. Now, when you go and you get a foreign coach to coach Kaizer Chiefs and you bring Victor Lutzwalo, will he be able to understand? Will they be able to understand each other with that coach? So it's all those dynamics, you know. It's not only that Sundowns is buying the best players, but also they are buying these players and they are fitting them in with the system that the team has. So that is very important. That system is, you know, there's a lot of players. Your Miami, people didn't realize how good he was until he came to Sundowns, because he fits in that mold of that team, you know. So it's very important, the scouting and what type of players come in a team like Sundowns. So it will remain to be seen if Victor will fit in there at Kaizer Chiefs and how they will use him to the best of his ability, because he is a quality player.
No, Arthur has already said he's a type of a player Kaizer Chiefs can use. So he believes in him. But the only issue with Victor Lezualo, at some point he was 4 million, right? From Celtics, right? Now, Royal AM, it was 8 million. So we understand now he's 20 million. So the price keeps on going up. So as a club boss, you have to decide, do I spend 20 million on one player? All right. I don't know, you see. So those are the news that we pick up, that the price is not stable. It's going up and up, you know. In terms of percentage and inflation, what is it? I don't know. So that's it. Okay, Sheikhs. Thank you very much. And then let me just remind the viewers that shortly, 11:30, I'll be on the City FM talking about what I love most, finances. As I was talking about inflation now. The price of Victor Lezualo, you don't understand how does it goes up. It goes up with a very, very unprecedented number. So yeah, we'll be talking money because things are tough now as we speak. You know, there was a survey by Standard Bank with FNB, saying the majority of middle class, they're left with only 20% after 5 days and survive on 20%. And now remember, the middle class are very few. The majority of our people are at the lower level. So if the majority of people are surviving with 20% for the year or for the month, then you can imagine what's happening with the people down there. So yeah, we are talking about those issues. Sheikhs, bid the viewers farewell.
Yeah, Professor, it's tough for us down there. Yeah, it's really tough. But anyway, thank you for our viewers for coming through, and thank you for having me on the show, Professor.
Thank you very much, Sheikhs. Yeah, we'll meet on the other side during the lunch hour, discussing football in general. Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefa from the Big R, or TBR Solution. One of the companies owned by TBR Solution is the Big R Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. I'm sure you have noticed that the past few months or so, we've seen a lot of deaths, and those deaths are attributed to mental illness. Mental illness can be caused by anything, can be caused by stress, depression, and stress and depression can be caused by a number of things: lack of finances, or financial problem, or social problem, or marital problem. So they cause all those problems. We in the financial sector, we see it almost now and again, because we work with various organizations like GPF, Independent Fund Organization. But while I'm still there, let me stress, we don't have a formal relationship with GPF, but we work with them because most of our people are from there. Now, working with those people, you know very well that people who are working for the government, they're expected to retire at the age of 60 and above, right? If you retire earlier than that, then you are being penalized by GPF. And sometimes people say, no, I need money. So what do? They resign. They say, no, let the money go to my bank account. Once you do that, you are tax heavy. So you need to bear that in mind, okay? But now, let's say for argument's sake, you are 55 as we speak and above, and you are contemplating of either resigning or going on pension in the next 3 months or so, just drop us a WhatsApp so that we help you to expedite for your payment. Because according to the GPF rules and pension fund law, once a client or a member receive an SMS that they've received your forms, that means they have 60 days to complete the process. And mind you, the 60 days is a maximum. It doesn't mean it has to take 60 days. It's a maximum. Now, sometimes we see people, they don't get their money for 2 to 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, even more, or a year or so. And then there, the problem could emanate either from the GPF side, employer side, a member himself. So what do? We try to expedite that process by making sure that we understand the workings of GPF. If it's a member, we help him to do the right thing. The same with GPF, the same with employer organization. Now, remember, as I have already said, that with GPF, it's 60 and above. Now, and then we say if you're 55 or more, you can contact us. And another good element is this: with the fund that we are working with, there is a whole lot of flexibility. You can decide how much you earn. That's how flexible it is. And if, let's say, you pass on, you and your spouse, you can nominate anyone. You are not limited to your immediate family, like your biological children or an officially adopted children. Remember, even your children, they can benefit as long as they're 22 and below. But with us, it doesn't matter. They can be above 22, they can be your elders, or they will still benefit because you nominated them. And then we try by all means that when we take the money from GPF and invest with credible fund organization, we try by all means that you are list text, all right? And then, and even you are not punished because you are not taking the money, because you are taking to another fund. So which means an independent and credible fund. So it means that there's no need to tax you more. So those are some of the advantages that are there. So you need to bear that in mind. And then if you want to know more, just drop us a WhatsApp on our WhatsApp number. Then we'll call you back. You don't have to call us. We'll call you back and see how can we expedite it. I thank you.